Alright, hey guys, LunarEklipse. Sorry I didn't give you guys the one with the actual audio intro, and that's because I just gotta tell you guys something for my viewers, and I think I'm gonna start playing UU. I know it sounds crazy, I'm not trolling, but it's something I'm really interested in. This is my first battle that I actually feel like is worth showing you guys. This team is working pretty well. I've patched it together over a few days. Be aware this video is in triple speed because Desmuma hates me. The game starts off. He's got an electrode. I'm expecting a rain dance team, so I'm gonna earth power, knowing that setting up would just be useless. I'd rather just go for the attack first. He taunts, giving me a 2H KO, making him useless in the future for possible like full accuracy thunders in the future or anything like that, or explosions. I go into Emphysema as he goes into Claydol, because I know that I pretty much wall support Claydols. He goes into Dugong. I'm like, I don't want to mess with that. Going to Claydol, he whirlpools, but he misses. The thing that ticked me off about this guy's Dugong is that it was a Trapper Dugong combined with Perish Song. So the second I got whirlpooled, I got really screwed. I didn't realize it at the time, but this Dugong was probably the hardest thing to kill on this opposite team. As you can see by that hit, it's pretty darn special defense bulky. But apparently, I don't understand how Perish Song works. It's kind of a lame move. It's just like an auto kill in 3 turns. Apparently in the Pokemon world, if you sing terribly enough, you end up killing something. I don't know if it gives them a brain aneurysm just from the trauma, but apparently Dugongs cannot sing. He goes for the protects. I don't get a single attack off. Rain stops. I was like, alright. I was pretty much trying to outpace and get rid of this rain. He switches. I go for the thunder. I mean, not for the thunder. That's not even the right Pokemon. I go for the ground move. He goes into Claydol, who's got levitate. Doesn't affect it. Perish count goes to 0. I die. Claydol, whatever. It's Claydol. I go into Ursaring. I go for the crunch because I know it's super effective, but Claydols are pretty bulky defensively and special defensively, and I don't want to deal with getting hit right now. So I switch out into Emphysema because I know he's rain dancing. Any Pokemon that comes in next could be dangerous and offensively bulky, so I have Emphysema, who has Will-O-Wisp, to take care of that. I Thunderbolt because I don't know. I knew I could force a switch with that because all Weezings carry Flamethrower in UU, and due to Toxicroak's ability, super effective, of course. I Will-O-Wisp just so I can break this wall. He withdraws. He goes into Dugong. I go for Flamethrower just because I know it's neutrally effective on. I mean, not neutrally effective. It just does damage to Claydol. I switch into my Ambipom, knowing that he's going to try to trap me. I know that my Weezing walls his team whenever this Dugong is gone, so that's pretty helpful. I'm trapped into Ambipom. He protects on my Fake Out. I go whatever, last resort, take that. On the switch, it does a good chunk of damage to this Pinsir. It's Scarfed, obviously. It gets the kill on me, whatever, I'm not trapped anymore. I can go back into Emphysema, who resists fighting type moves because I know he's Scarfed. He goes into Claydol. I Will-O-Wisp just in case he changes into anything else. Whatever. You pretty much know that on this Claydol, all I'm going to use is Flamethrower. I expected the switch there right after Rain Dance. I don't know, because he doesn't carry Explode, I'm guessing, because he never used it. And it wouldn't do that much, seeing as I'm offensively bulky. I go for the Flamethrower because I don't want to get 2 doesn't affect Thunderbolts in a row on the Claydol, but this time he does switch. Doesn't kill me. I mean, doesn't even touch him. I know he's going to trap again because this Dugong really one purpose. I don't know. It's as bad as John Staley at singing. It goes for the protect. I'm poisoned, which means I got quick feet active, which means I'm going to Swords Dance to boost my attack. I called this protect because, I mean, it's a special defensive Dugong, so any offensive attack will probably do a good chunk. He gets the double protect, which sucks for me. I get the toxic damage plus whirlpool damage, which means that this Ursaring's really only going to get one attack, so I better make it work. I go for the Facade. Stab Facade plus poison damage plus Swords Dance is pretty much going to take anything out. Finally, I get rid of the Dugong, which means I get rid of anything that can counter my my Weezing, as you see. I bring in Primate because he has not seen the battlefield yet. He was getting a little lonely. I go for the Earthquake. He switches into Toxicroak, bad switch on his part. Super effective. I'm Choice Banded into Earthquake though, so on this next turn you see him pull in his Claydol, expecting the Choice Band, so I switch back into Weezing, Emphysema. He Rain Dances. I was like, bro, I haven't seen a Swift Swimmer yet. What are you doing? You're not really even helping anyone. So I know to anticipate a Swift Swimmer coming up soon. He goes for the Earth Power. I guess he didn't know I had Levitate, which is pretty not very smart. He goes into the red. I know he's gonna have to switch on this turn, or else I'm gonna kill him and he won't have any more support, which means he just wasted like 4 turns of Rain Dance. So he goes into Kabutops. I was finally expecting this switch into the Swift Swimmer. Because it was a switch, I get the free attack, super effective damage, does over half on a... It's a Weezing, people. It's not going to kill it in one hit. I'm happy that it did what it did. Waterfall, even when boosted with Rain, and Kabutops' admirable attack stat isn't going to do more than half. After leftovers, I'm in the green. I take him out with a secondary Thunderbolt. He goes into Pinsir, Death Fodder. If I still had rocks up, he'd be gone. I forgot about the ability Mold Breaker, which ignores the fact that I have Levitate, and just hits me anyways. It's super effective, but it doesn't do enough to kill me. I'm at 22 HP. After leftovers, I hit 42. Claydol comes in. He goes for the Rapid Spin. It does a total of 4 damage. I go for the Flamethrower to take out his Claydol, and I was really happy with how Weezing did this match. It took out 3 things and walled the whole team.